Alright, here we'll be demonstrating a game of Keeper's Dissension. I will take the ability deck, I will shuffle it, and I will deal it out to both players. So, deal 5 cards to each player. Be careful not to mess the board up. We will look at our 5 and pick one and do a draft of the ability cards. Alright, I'll take that one. I'll take one. Sure, why not? Cool. We'll deal another 5. To pick our last 2, we'll draft another 5, and that will finish our deck. And we want to make sure while we're building our deck that we have the right CCs, cooldowns, because passives do not act as a cooldown. So the 1 CCs, the 2 CCs, and 3 CCs. A 3 CC requires 3 active spells on top of it. I'm going to go with that one. Here you go. And yeah, I'm going to take that one. And that's the draft. Now we have 7. So some players will decide to set their cards in like Sam is doing on this side. He's setting his cards down on the board itself. For some players like me, will just keep it in their hand. Like I like to look at my ability cards the whole time, so I don't forget, and that's fine. The key is this ability row is used for active cards. So once you've actually accessed them and bought them through Strange Matter, you can set them down there and see them. So it's kind of player preference. If you remember the cards you have, you can do it like Sam is. Alright, so we're going to decide who goes first. I'm going to let Sam go first. So if Sam goes first, I'm going to put up my wall row. So the second player puts up their themed wall. These walls all have different effects for each themed deck. So the snow deck, the walls will immobilize you if you break them. It says it on the back of the card. So each wall has a different effect. Alright, so Sam's turn. He has 5 actions for his whole turn, and he has 2 phases. The battle phase begins his turn, and the market phase. So he's going to have 5 actions shared between both, and he can decide how to do that. So let's see what he does for his first turn. So he's moving his scalar, which has dash, so it moves twice. Sniper, and he's taking 3 Strange Matter. And he's dropping them everywhere.
I bet. Yes, I do have a voice.
Alright, so what he's doing there is using the tracker to count his actions. So players can do that. You see he has action, the 5 counter on the mat. So we've given that to the players so they can use it however they want. So there's a 7 counter, so you can use that for spells, or to track your health, track whatever you want. Then there's a 5 below it that you can use to track your actions. So you can go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and keep track of your actions if you don't want to do it in your head. So Sam played his turn, he moved his scalar who can go, has dash so it can move 2 spaces for 1 movement. You go to sniper and then you grab 3 Strange Matter. Alright, so it's my turn. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go right to my market phase and take 5 Strange Matter. So these blue are considered 5. So I'm just going to go straight to my market phase, skip my battle phase, use all my 5 actions to grab 5 Strange Matter. And that's my turn. Now it's his turn.
I'm going to repeat his move as a counter move.
Alright, so he's going to grab 5 as well. Alright, now for my turn, I'm going to go straight to my market phase. Actually, no. I'm going to move first. So I'm going to move my scout over. He can move diagonally because he has strafe. And then I'm going to push him with my blockader. So that was 1, 2. That was 2 moves. And then I'm going to go to my market phase. And I'm going to buy dash. And that cost me 5 Strange Matter, so I'm going to pay back to the economy for 5. So that was 1, 2. I bought for 3. And I'm going to take 4, 5. Take 2 Strange Matter for my rest of my remaining actions. Alright, your turn, Sam.
I'm going to put my scalar on top of the wall using his scalar ability to be in action, and I'm going to attack his scout.
Alright, so he kills my scout.
Which will be another action.
And he gets 2 out of the reserves for loot. So there's a difference between the economy and the reserves. The economy is what's in circulation in the game, and that's what's being played with right now. That's actually what's being in circulation. The reserves are what's available for loot. So he killed my scout. He got 2 for looting him, which was basically the idea is that's in his pocket. That becomes his for that 2 extra out of the reserves, but now when he buys stuff, that'll go back in circulation. So that basically is now available in the economy. So
So the remainder of my moves, I'm going to go to my market phase and buy an ability for 5 strange matter. I'm going to buy stun.
Okay.
And then I'll use the 5 of the rest of my strange matter to buy one last ability, deliver.
Very nice. Alright, this is my turn. So you're out of actions. He had moved and he attacked, and then he did the Rustin's market phase. Got 2 nice abilities for him. Okay. So now that I have dash, I'm going to use my keeper for my turn. I'm going to go 1, 2. He's going to break this wall for 3. Then I'm going to go 4, 5. Alright, your turn, Sam.
With my mage for an action, sniper for another, keeper for a third. I'm going to collect 2 strange matter to finish.
Alright.
My turn. Your turn.
You go up. I'm going to break the wall underneath your scaler, a blockader. So that was 1, 2.
Wait a minute. You attack the wall.
Right.
You can't repeat your attacking.
No, I'm just telling what I did.
Oh, my
So
bad.
I moved and I broke the wall.
Okay.
3, 4. I'm going to take 1 from strength for the pot for 5. Alright, your turn.
My Scaler is going to attack your blockader, but with his ability armor, he's going to absorb that damage for his turn. So any other damage he receives will kill him this turn.
Yep.
That'll be an action. Then I'm going to move back for a second action. Well, actually I'm going to move back and over because he has speed.
Yep.
Then I'm going to move him for a third action and attack your blockader with range.
So that adds up to 2 damage and kills him.
And then I'll collect 1 screen trainer to finish my move.
And you collect 2 from the reserves for looting. For killing my blockader. So he kind of did that in a funky manner, but just kind of track what he did. He was here. And so he attacked, and my armor absorbed that damage, but it only absorbs 1 per turn. So it absorbs 1, then he moved back for the second action. So now he's safe. And he moves here for 3, and he attacks for 4, which kills him because now he takes 2 damage. He has 1 action left over. He takes it from the economy. And he also loots 2 for killing a blockader. So that's how that turn worked out. Nice move. My turn, I'm going to go 1, 2. He has dash because of this ability card that I bought. And I'm going to kill the sniper for 3. Or that was actually not my third action. That was 1, 2. Thank you. I get to loot. 2, 3. And I'm going to buy an ability for my 4th action, which is going to be, where is it? Snipe. 4, and I have 1 action left over. I'm going to take 1 from the pot. Alright, your turn.
My Scaler is going to move on top of the wall for an action, attack your keeper for another.
So I take a damage, and I get a response. So that's something we haven't seen in this game yet. If a piece survives an attack, he gets an immediate response in that person's turn. So I get a chance to respond. He's on a wall though, so I'm below a wall. I do not have range. I cannot attack a piece on a wall if I don't have range. It takes 2 range to get to a guy on top of a wall. So basically with 1 range, I'm hitting the wall. To get to 2, I have to be shooting. I have to have 2 range to get on top of the wall. Right now I can just hit the wall and nothing happens. I could break the wall, and I might do that. But right now I'm going to think, I can't get to the scaler, but I will do that. As my response, I'm going to break the wall underneath him. So that brings him down to my level, at least for the next turn. So it's still your turn.
And for my third action, I'm going to move my bomber up. And I'm going to use one of his abilities, Minefield, to place a bomb down on the board.
Go ahead.
This allows me to
place a hidden
collect
bomb.
these markers and place a hidden bomb with these.
So I'll just look up at the camera and see where his real marker is. I'm just joking. Careful with the shaking the camera. So when he's placing a bomb down, I don't know where it is, but if I walk on it, attack it, it'll blow up, and it'll deal 3 damage in a radius, 1 space radius around it. And if the bomber blows up, he deals a 3 damage as well in a 1 space radius. So it can have a nuclear chain reaction if they both blow up.
And for my last move, I'm going to collect strange matter.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
Alright, for my turn, I'm going to kill. My keeper's going to kill the scalar, and I'm going to get 2 from reserves, please. Thank you. So that was 1. Then I'm going to. That was 1. I'm just going to sit there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take a strange matter for 5. Your turn.
I'm going to move my keeper up for 1, my scout up for 2, and I'm going to move my bomber up, which will reveal this marker, which was the bomb.
Whoa. So
this will blow up the bomb in a
3 space radius.
It'll blow up this bomb in a 3 space radius.
Yeah. So I first deal 3 damage. I'm at 4, so now I'm at 1. And then your bomber blew up as well, which deals 3 damage. So I take another 3 because I'm in that 1 space radius. I die. So what happens when I die is I immediately respawn. Okay, that's my response. So I immediately respawn on my life force row. I can put them anywhere I want. So I'm going to put them right here. To respawn, it costs my life force 5, so my life force goes down to 10. And he gets any money that I have, plus 5 from the reserves. So you get a 5 from the reserves, and you get my money. Nice move.
Ooh, my bad.
Spilled over the. That was my bad. Alright, that was a nice move, and your turn's not over. So go ahead and finish your turn.
After my last 2 moves, I will just collect 2 strange matter.
Nice job.
I'm rolling in the dough.
So, I can look over at my opponent and see maybe he could potentially unchain because it costs 20. I don't know what his plan is, but it's a good thing for me to keep in mind since I'm really poor now. But we both have equal abilities, don't we? So, very nice.
Yes, we do.
That cost me pretty bad. Alright, but I am faster, so I'm going to try to use that to my advantage. I'm going to go 1. He's going to put deliver on me. So these dark tokens are used to symbolize spells. So I moved, and I'm going to have my mage put deliver on him. And what deliver does is, if he receives damage, if he gets attacked, instead of receiving damage, he teleports back to my life force row, any piece. And that's what deliver does. And I can decide to use it. It's a temporary response available to me. So I'm doing that just in case I get attacked. So I'm going to go 1. He puts a spell on me for 2. I'm going to go